Good morning, everybody. Afternoon,
All right.
everybody.
Hello, Craig. Thanks for joining us today. Hi, my name is Rick Brimacombe of Club E, and I also have two other businesses, Brimacombe and Associates and Brimacombe Capital. I started Club E being short for entrepreneur, in 2007. I provide content and used to provide networking opportunities in person anyway. Given all that is going on in the world we are living in, we're going live and we're going digital today. And I have Craig Rhode of Romain Berg, Director of Client Strategy. How are you doing today, Craig?
I'm great. How are you, Rick?
I'm very good, thank you. And I am in Minneapolis, where we host the Club E universe, as well as, again, my businesses. And then Romain Berg has the local office, as well as one down in Texas, where Craig is. Thanks for joining us from Texas today. Appreciate it very much. And Craig, you're here to talk about marketing in today's environment. And anytime there's a challenge in the marketplace, it also creates lots of opportunities. And so tell us a little bit about some of the opportunities in marketing that folks have in front of them.
So let's just talk about kind of like before I go into the presentation, kind of like what type of environments we're in is that, basically as of right now is that we are in a historic type of environment across the board. I've explained this to several people is that what happened to digital that was going to happen has all of a sudden this virus has pushed the fast forward button on everybody because over the last probably the last 3 weeks, you've seen restaurants, local restaurants, bars, everybody who is serving food and alcohol all of a sudden embrace an online presence and set up curbside ordering. They've set up online services for their customers, and a huge chunk of these restaurants were, they just had a website, but because of the virus, they forced everyone to embrace online ordering and curbside pickup. And so the thing is that with restaurants embracing this, is that we're probably going to see once the situation with the virus kind of dissipates, that we're probably going to see a renaissance in type of online services and online media. So I'm trying to be really 100% positive in this present. Real opportunities to kind of take this as a win. The situation's bad, but for a marketing standpoint, it's a really good opportunity for everyone to kind of pause, take a look at what's going on, up their game. And so with that being said, I'm going to start my presentation.
Great, thank you.
So if anyone can see the slide, I'm with Romain Berg. And so marketing COVID-19, it's what we're in right now. So let's talk about one major factor that has happened in the last 3 weeks is that all of a sudden we have seen a complete spike in online traffic. We've had data farms, massive data farms go online just to handle the traffic. Verizon issued a press release saying that they've seen a 75% spike in online gaming and a massive 12% increase of traffic. That 12% number looks small, but realistically speaking, is that Verizon over the last couple of months has been going through increases of traffic of 1 to 2%. And so to have that go to 12% over the last couple of weeks, it's taxing cell phone towers, servers. And so if you actually have been following what's going on in Becker, Minnesota, is that the Google data center is actually being fast forward because of this, is because this country is going to have a massive need for data infrastructure, because as of right now, if you look at Drudge right now, it's that one of the top headlines on the Drudge report is that the internet is actually slowing down because of the massive traffic that everyone is using. So, this is historic, monumental, and it's actually pushing this agenda that I've always been a firm supporter of, is that the internet is not a luxury, but a utility. The internet should be treated as water, electricity, 100% for every citizen in this country. And now we're actually seeing this system tax pushed to its limits. And the hard truth is that everyone is going to have some form of online access in the future. So let's talk about social media, which we're going to get into. Is that social media, I mean, 70% more time spent on Facebook. I mean, what happened in Italy is that once the virus hit there, is that social media traffic and social media usage shot through the roof. I mean, Mark Zuckerberg said in a Adweek article is that he's never seen anything like this before. I mean, he has massive data farms across this country, across this whole world. He even has a ship that's used as a data farm, and he's never seen this much amount of traffic before. Everyone has all of a sudden embraced online, and the system is, trying its best to keep up. Let's take a look at, I mean, even Comcast is my final point on this slide, is that, I mean, they've seen massive usage at night. Now that massive usage at night is now being shown throughout the whole day. And so as an online, like in a digital marketing experience, is that this is kind of, unfortunately what's happening is kind of bad, but it's kind of like a holy grail for us, is that we're finally going to be, this solid traffic that we can work towards marketing. And so what's happening right now on social media is that the balance is off 100%. Is that inventory of ad space versus the huge amount of traffic completely out of whack. It is a buyer's market across the board for everybody who is doing online advertising. I mean, to have a CPC of 64 cents drop to 32 cents is absolutely crazy. From my own marketing standpoint on Facebook ads, I've been seeing Facebook ads drop in price from, usually I had 15 cents to 12 cents. Now I'm seeing like I'm getting to that mythical 5 cents I've always been trying to get at. 5 cents, 9 cents per click. Impressions are up. People reach is going up. It's absolutely crazy. And if you're in a marketing standpoint and you're kind of like, oh, I don't know about Facebook ads, I mean, it's such a great time to embrace it, because you're going to be able to acquire the right data to build your business going forward forever. So now what? Now, we're in this situation. What's the game plan? What are we going to do? So the major thing I like to talk to all my clients is kind of embracing closed loop marketing. Old school type of thinking is always talking about the sales funnel. It's always kind of like this V shape, and we're always trying to get to a point. But the thing is that what we need to start to embrace is closed loop marketing. And with the PPC prices dropping, engagements going up, it's a great opportunity for you to kind of shift your sales funnel into a closed loop marketing funnel. And so making sure that you're always taking a look, say if you get a lead, make sure that you're looking at how the lead came in. Is that lead good? If it's good, what channel did it actually come from? Doubling it, working on that channel to improve it, keep the leads going in. What I like to suggest to people is to kind of take this time and take a look at, if you're doing tags for any type of PPC program, or if you're taking the CRM like Salesforce or HubSpot or HubSpot, is that take a look at your UTMs and kind of rework them a little bit and make sure that they're really dialed in. Is that you're making sure that your Facebook campaigns are tagged with Facebook, so you can go through analytics, AdWords, Pinterest, any sort of outside sales channel. Is that you're making sure that is properly tagged. Take a look at it. It's a great time to kind of rework that and create what I'm going to talk about later is lookalike audiences. Also, cheap PPC traffic is always a great way for you to convert it into expensive email addresses. And so, an email acquisition strategy would be a really great thing to kind of embrace as a marketing standpoint in the next few weeks. So, pay-per-click. This is kind of like a weird situation because we have major brands, major media buyers pulling back their ad spend. And so that empty inventory is ripe for someone to come in and just say and snag it. And that's why we're seeing this increasing drop in price in CPCs. Cost per click acquisitions are down. And when they're down, it's a buyer's market. I do, awareness campaigns, email acquisition campaigns across the board. Just go for broke right now because the price is good. I mean, as of right now, there's so much traffic on the net right now that the impressions are going right through the roof. So when I talk about this stuff is that I like to talk about the ADA model, which I'm a big supporter of, creating awareness, which leads to interest, which creates desire, and which 100% leads to the final piece is the action. And so even this is kind of like shaped like a sales funnel. And even though I talked about the closed loop marketing, is that the ADA model can work with closed loop marketing is that making sure that the people who have desire are cloned and, in lookalike audiences and making sure that those people are, shifted back to awareness. You're kind of always circling people through your marketing, retargeting, email, stuff like that, but also you're kind of cloning those people and bringing them into lookalike audiences for your PPC platforms and reaching out to new people who meet these metrics of these good leads that you're getting or sales or completions of carts. So what I'm going to do right now is kind of break down the 4 steps on what you can do in this situation to embrace awareness, interest, desire, and action. So for doing awareness is that 100% across the board is that if you're doing PPC campaigns or talk to your agency and just say, hey, are we doing lookalike audiences? Because, right now with the price of PPC campaigns right now, it's such a great time for you to embrace it because it's so cheap. Take your email list, take your page engagements. If you have videos on YouTube, if you have videos on Facebook, if people watch those videos, put them into a PPC campaign awareness. Just say hey, come visit our site, like our Facebook page, sign them for an email promotion. With the cost of click being so low, it's a really great time for you to kind of build a real solid remarketing audience for you to kind of hone in, grow, and nurture to, get really good quality leads, to get that, cart fulfillment. I'm kind of lost for words right now because when I talk about this, I've never experienced personally as a marketer this type of great marketing opportunity. And so, the price and the amount of traffic, it's kind of like the holy grail that media buyers have always kind of been looking for. And we're going forward with that. And so, this is also a really good time for you to use that PPC campaigns to rebuild your email list. If you're getting 5 cents per click and you're using that to get people to subscribe to your newsletter, people to subscribe to maybe you're offering a coupon for your restaurant. Think about that. 5 cents for someone to click, look at your promotion and sign up. Is that email will pay for that 5 cents 3 times, 4 times, 5 times over because you can create lookalike audiences from that of people who have actually engaged with your brand. And so building those data points is 100% going to be the goal of all of marketing going forward, because what we're going to see is kind of like this renaissance of retail and this type of kind of new type of way of thinking of how we buy food, how we order fast food, how we buy clothes, is that the click and mortar model that we've been talking about, e-commerce people have been talking about for the last 5 years. The virus has fast forwarded those conversations, and you're going to see a lot of retail stores even that Ben Franklin in Grand Marais has sent out a press release a couple of days ago saying that if you want to buy anything from Grand Marais Ben Franklin, is that they're currently building a Shopify store. Think about that. The Ben Franklin in Grand Marais, Minnesota, is building a Shopify store so they can sell their products. It's amazing. The next thing, though, is that I do want to say is that with email marketing is that you want to use a donkey carrot method, is that you want to give value to the person so they know that if they're giving you their email, they're getting something in value back. Coupon, ebook, newsletter engagement, something to kind of create value. And then what we're going to see after this whole event conspires is that we're going to see mobile payments finally get the grasp that they've always been trying for. We're going to see Apple, Google Wallet, Apple Pay. Sorry, I got that mixed up. Apple Wallet, Google Pay they're finally going to start embracing, because people are going to cut down their interactions between people just because of what's happening with the virus. And so the thing is that you're going to see a lot of click and pay. You're going to see a lot of mobile payments. You're going to see a lot of general try to avoid human contact, because this has scared a lot of people. And so giving someone a debit card, giving them cash, I realistically think might go away. And so that's why you're going to see more people engage with payment methods on their phone, which leads to a really good opportunity for companies right now to embrace SMS marketing, text messages, making sure that you're sending out, with right now, it's like text messaging being dirt cheap. It's a really good way to keep people engaged with your brand, because a lot of people are going to be on their phones now, because eventually the phone is going to replace the wallet. So we got awareness. So now we have to build interest. And so now the thing is that it's a really great opportunity for you to build video content, keep people updated with your company, what's happening during this event. Take this downtime to shoot product demos. A lot of people are in front of computers right now, and so this might be a really great time for you to reach out to them and see if you can get a testimonial, record on their web camera, creating these human element pieces for your marketing campaign. Is going to be pretty amazing right now, because everyone's in front of a computer or in front of some sort of device. For like this event, like live streaming, is that if you are doing a lot of at-home office time, is that you might want to think about doing a live stream and maybe ask your customers to kind of join the stream, ask questions, and maybe do a flash sale. If you're an e-commerce or a store and you're still open, is that you still might want to do a live stream and just offer coupon codes during the live stream to encourage people to purchase items from your e-commerce store. And so, with everyone on their devices on social media, is that these live, anytime you do a live stream, it's probably going to be really, really popular just based on the amount of web traffic on the net. And then kind of what my final point with the interest part is that it's a really great time for you to kind of revisit your content strategy for your site. Is that update your customers with a blog post on what's going on with your company, positive tones, don't be negative. Make sure that they're aware that you're still in business, or your employees are taken care of, or if say like Texas Roadhouse, the CEO announced today that he is foregoing all his bonuses and salary to pay for the employee salaries of all the restaurants affected. So if your business or your marketing, if your business or store or restaurant is doing any sort of positive community outreach, it's a great time to maybe put that on a Facebook page, a Facebook post, or maybe write a blog about it. Just make sure to kind of keep people engaged and interested in your company. And then kind of like an SEO thing I want to talk about is that, this probably would be a great time for you to kind of take a look at looking at your old blogs that you have on your website, see if they can be maybe refreshed with some new content or some updates, and kind of, give them a little pep, because kind of evergreen your blogs and making sure that they're updated and adding new information really adds some really great SEO signals out to Google about your website's being updated, new stuff is old stuff is being updated, so you could probably get some good SEO rankings out of it if you kind of go through your old blogs and give it a little bit of update. And this presentation will be available to everyone. I'll make sure to share the link, and so you can download this and kind of go over this later. So the third point I kind of want to hit at is desire. Is that you've got people to sign up for your website, you got people engaging on your Facebook page. So now what? Is that with the price of PPC right now being so low, it's a great time for you to do remarketing campaigns. Create retargeting campaigns based upon amount of time spent on the page views, how many times pages have been viewed, diversify retargeting campaigns based upon the traffic sources. So if someone's watching a video on Facebook, retarget them to come to the website. If people are watching videos on YouTube, retarget them with display ads or search ads. And if you have people watching videos on Facebook, retarget them and show your commercial on YouTube to them because they're engaged, they watch the video, and now they click on the website. Now they're a really good time to maybe hit them again on YouTube with maybe a different message, or maybe a customer testimonial, or maybe a general commercial promotion. Kind of, it's this closed loop marketing that I talked about previously. It's like keep them moving. Keep them moving from Facebook to the website, to the YouTube, to Google search, to Reddit, to Quora, Pinterest, Instagram. Make sure that you're always kind of touching them, moving them further towards that final action is to sign up, click on the cart, purchase items, sign up, or engage your sales team. Keep, 100% just keep them moving. And then if your business is offering, say, like no contact, say like for sewer or bug exterminators, a lot of people are looking right now for no contact messaging. And so they don't want to talk to you. They just want to pay, and you have kind of reduced the amount of human interaction. And so you can see a lot of Twin Cities businesses are also offering no contact services. Just pay, we'll show up, we'll do our stuff. Teams Water and Sewer, Tripoli Water and Sewer, Bug Tech has done kind of already messaging saying that we are offering no contact services. So if you're in that niche, it might be a good time for you to maybe kind of advertise that you thinking about offering no contact. And then work on testimonials from previous customers. What's your business doing during this event? Special offers. Reward people who have engaged your brand with some special coupons, flash sales if you're e-commerce. Really great time because engagement is cheap. And so you're going to see, you're paying for the same amount of traffic, say a month ago. It's just that same amount is now doubled. So you're paying $20 and you got X amount of traffic, double that amount of traffic this time for that same $20. Just kind of keep us moving. So when we talk about action, we want to talk about really great time for us to rework the website, add more content to the pages, use this time to make virus messages for your business, make sure that your customers are updated on what your business is doing. So when they come to a website, there's always like maybe a banner or maybe some sort of pop-up explaining like what the current situation of the business is with the virus event. So that's a great way to kind of keep everyone engaged. And then if you don't have any way to sign up for emails, it'd be a great time for you to kind of take that next step and maybe add a temporary email newsletter sign up or special email sign up for a coupon. Kind of what we talked about in desire, kind of creating these ads. It's a great time to kind of really work on the email signups. And then kind of like my final kind of super point on this point is that focus on making landing pages, because since PPC traffic is so cheap right now, is that it gives you a really great time to kind of test A, B, C type of variations of landing pages. So if your landing page kind of needs a refresh right now, that the price per click right now is so low is that you can kind of do more of those testing and kind of get that B variation, C variation going and see if maybe engagement goes up, conversions go up. But it's going to be a lot cheaper for you to do those tests. I mean, last month, if you could do those tests, it'd be a little bit more expensive. But now that everything is so cheap, you can finally do those extra tests and really kind of really fine tune your landing page and make it really convert. And then my final kind of super point, which we talked about, like live streaming, is that use the website front page as a place for, if you are going to do live streaming, make sure to embed the live stream on your front page. And so people who come to your website will actually see, kind of previous live stream events that you've done or the current live stream and kind of keep them involved and create more of that action that we're trying to get with the website. So my 5 major points kind of in the conclusion, what we're going to see for the future of this marketing post C19 is click and mortar. We're 100% going to see retail businesses across the board finally embrace e-commerce. And so now they're going to have this physical location combined with the e-commerce system working together and inventory being kind of controlled by one central database. So if something does get sold in the store, the Shopify, WooCommerce, BigCommerce inventory system is updated. So even if the stores don't have physical customers, there's still an opportunity for them to sell the same product online. And 100%, I think after everything, all the dust settles, that we're going to see click and mortar just skyrocket. There's already foundations right now out of Austin who are kind of creating this emergency agency network for businesses who don't know how to do this. Is that kind of like they can sign up for this program, which I'll include in the link in the presentation, and you can sign up for, kind of an emergency consultation and try to get your business online as fast as possible. And so, the push is here. And I thought this was going to happen in 5 years or 6 years, but now we're seeing serious growth in click and mortar like 2 weeks ago. I talked about this previously, is that contactless interactions are going to go through the roof. People are going to try to avoid human contact just because of, what's going on. And so we're probably going to see mobile payments skyrocket. We're going to see Apple, Google wallets being used more. You're probably going to see businesses offering tap payments more because they just don't want to handle that debit card. They don't want to handle that money because we're all kind of worried. And so trying to avoid human interaction is probably going to be one of the major kind of paradigm shifts we're going to see in retail. And so how do you take advantage of that? And it's one word, is Pastkit. And so Pastkit is I think it's going to be finally embraced and go mainstream, is that we're going to be able to have that coupon, buy 5 coffees, get 1 coffee free type model. This Pastkit 3.0, I think, from what I've been reading, is being rolled out. iOS and the Google updates are kind of really going to be pushing for this because of what happened with the whole virus situation. So Pastkit is going to be a really important thing to embrace. And if you don't know what Pastkit is, I could probably spend another 90 minutes talking about Pastkit, but in the interest of time, just Google it, take a look at it, and then if you want to talk about it, I'd be happy to talk about how do you integrate Pastkit into your marketing. And then Amazon Model 2.0 is that we're going to see e-commerce kind of shift towards people just want their item and click it and buy it. And so if you're running an e-commerce store, it's probably a great opportunity to take a look at how many clicks does it take for the customer to get to the product, check out, and complete the transaction. And if your click model is 5, 4, you're probably losing customers. It's that your model needs 100% be 1, 2, maybe 3 clicks. And so more products on the front page, cleaner product descriptions. You're going to see how Amazon's already kind of rearranging the site right now to just kind of just show what products people want right away instead of trying to do this additional marketing stuff. I mean, in Amazon's perfect world, you just dial it up and you just see products, but you still kind of have to have marketing messages on your front page. But I would kind of shift towards putting more products on the front page to make it easier for your customers to engage it, buy it, and complete it. And then, I mean, we're already kind of experiencing this right now, is that I think the days of actually having an office is probably going to be phased out a little bit faster than what we have been expecting. And because everyone's kind of realizing that work can be done from home, or work can be done via live stream, Zoom. And so you're probably going to see this whole work at home campaigns we see online right now kind of continue after the virus and after all these events. And so e-commerce, delivery systems, subscription services are going to skyrocket because more people are going to be working at home. So I quickly updated this presentation because there was two kind of major things that happened the last actually the last 24 hours, is that Google is pledging $340 million in Google ad credits for small businesses. I mean, I've never seen this before. And then Facebook is offering $100 million in small businesses. And so after the dust settles, is that if you're a small business and you haven't done Google ads or you haven't done Facebook ads, it's just going to be prime time for you, because it's free money, and free money for your advertising platform leads to really great marketing opportunities and a really great chance for you to kind of rebuild your retargeting, email, your traffic. I mean, free. I mean, we're all in this together. And so my final kind of, I know I said this tons of times, but for everyone who's on the stream, if you want to schedule a quick 15-minute consultation, or if you have any questions after the presentation, 100% I'd be happy to take your questions. Email, you can find me on LinkedIn. If you want to talk, I'm opening up my schedule next week for anybody to talk and maybe bounce some ideas. So 15 minutes for everybody. Just got to schedule it though. Just can't show up. But so that's it.
A little tough too today. Hey, Craig, I got a couple of questions for you. So
Sure.
In essence, we're in an environment where prices are 50% off. So if we weren't in a stay-at-home mode and I could go out and shop, and one of my favorite stores was running a 50% sale, I'm going there and I'm buying and I'm getting, twice what I used to get for the same dollar. So in an environment like that we have kind of two kinds of users. For a user that's just getting started, what's maybe a good first step for those folks? And then how about a company that maybe is already doing some stuff, a certain level of sophistication, but there's an opportunity to level up? So kind of for an entry level user and a user that's a little bit more down the road, what might they do in this environment given the lower prices?
I mean, you say 50% off. I'm saying buy one, get one free, because that's how cheap this traffic is. So for the one user you're paying last month, you're getting two users now. And so if you are a beginner, is that I would just 100% embrace an awareness campaign. I would go through the campaign to set up a general awareness campaign. Set it for your radius around your business. If you're a store, say like you're in Anoka, and you're say like a pizza parlor, is that I would just do an awareness campaign, set it to 30 miles around Anoka, and just put $20 and let it rip. Because I mean, there's so much extra auction inventory that pizza message that you're trying to get out there, buy one, get one free, or, like our page to get a coupon. It's those type of engagements that, as of right now, I mean, you'll get more bang for your buck than ever before.
Sure.
And so on the flip side, if you're kind of advanced, is that if you have Facebook campaigns or any sort of PPC campaigns running, and I would just 100% kind of double down on retargeting and make sure that your retargeting game is on point. Because, I mean, the thing is that if you look at your, say, like a 10-click model, is that when you send 10 clicks to your site, 2 of them might engage and fill out the form or buy the item. What do you do about the other 8 clicks? And so with a retargeting strategy and putting some serious money, and you're getting that 50% off discount because of just what's happening, is that you can finally acquire those 8 clicks to come back, take a look at you again, and finally fill out the form or buy the item that you're trying to sell them.
Okay, Craig, we've had a couple of questions come in from our audience. Go back to kind of that beginning customer who's just getting started, or more, average kind of business. How fast can they get online with e-commerce?
Shopify is offering a 90-day, as of right now, Shopify is offering a 90-day free trial for anybody right now. And so if you're looking to get on e-commerce, I'm going to be 100% upfront. I'm a big Shopify fan, but WooCommerce, BigCommerce, if you have to get online and embrace e-commerce or a website, I mean, if you do e-commerce, do the Shopify 90-day, tons of great themes to get started. But also, I see a lot of website services are offering 6 months free. I know that Wix has got a promotion right now. Weebly's got a nice promotion. Servers are offering massive discounts. And so if you're not online right now, it's a great opportunity to get online because everything is so cheap and people are pretty much giving away the farm just to kind of keep their business going. Does that answer your question?
I'm sorry, go ahead.
Oh, I'm sorry. Did that answer that question?
Yep. So how forward might businesses be with the paid ads? Meaning they want to be soft with their advertisements, or they want to kind of be more go right to the point, right for the throat, and right for the sale?
See, that is the paradox of what this is presented, because you kind of have to find that right balance, because you don't want to be too aggressive because people might think you're taking advantage of the situation or something like that. But it's so cheap right now that it's kind of foolish not to do it, because you're getting 50% off your clicks. And so you kind of have to find that perfect balance of your messaging, positive messaging, really make your deals like spicy for them to engage it, because the price is perfect right now for new businesses to get online and get serious traction. So you kind of have to find that balance and make sure that you're not going overboard, but you're taking advantage of the situation. It's kind of like a sticky situation. I mean, I'm not going to try to sugarcoat it. It's trying to take you're trying to take advantage of what the prices are right now, but try not to be too aggressive, I guess. It's complicated.
Sure. So let's go there for a moment and maybe clarify that. What kind of ads shouldn't be run right now, given that we are in a global pandemic, people are losing their jobs, money is tight. So maybe what are some examples of some things that businesses shouldn't be doing?
Don't use the virus name in your marketing. Don't try to link up the virus to any promotions you have. Don't try to sell face masks. Don't try to sell any sort of medical equipment. Don't sell any sort of disinfectants or anything like that, because Facebook will drop the hammer and suspend your account. And so what I've been telling people in the last couple of days is to not to involve the event in your marketing, but be a positive. Take advantage of the traffic and offer some really great deals that you would never offer before, because it's such a great time, but you also kind of have to be sensitive. So take, for example, let's go back to that pizza parlor in Anoka, is that I would not put like, hey, due to Corona-19 virus, 50% off all pizzas, or, spread the taste, or, something like that. Just avoid those types of copy points. Just be positive and offer the deal. And also be aware that Facebook, if Facebook is really hitting the hammer down on inappropriate ads. So even if you think you're being clever with your, virus taker or something like that, the Facebook reviewers are 100% becoming more sensitive, and they will disapprove your ad.
Let's jump back to the restaurants. That has come up a couple of times now with a few of the questions that we've gotten. But at first, it was all right to try to differentiate just by having delivery and curbside service. Now that is not the case. So if you owned a local pizza shop, since it sounds like you got pizza on the mind, you've talked about that a couple of times. What what kind of ads might you be doing?
If I would say, like, in the restaurant niche, is just making sure that I wouldn't be running my ads all day. I mean, I would create a set of ads that are running all day, but the thing is that people are starting to get hungry between 3 and 6, and so if you're doing any sort of PPC campaign for your restaurant curbside delivery service, is that I would just set up some ads that would be shown aggressively using the ad spend between 3 p.m. and 6 p.m. And just let her buck. Say like you have a $20 CBO. I would just go for broke. I'd say put link clicks at $5. You're not going to pay $5, but you're just telling Facebook, if we're using this example, you're just telling Facebook that you're willing to pay $5 per click, but realistically, you're going to be paying like 9 cents, 8 cents. It's just that you want to make sure, you want to tell Facebook that you want to be aggressive between that time. So if you're running a restaurant, and because people, you can look at Google Trends, is that local restaurant search times are actually peaking between 3 and 6. And so setting up the ad to run aggressively between 3 and 6 p.m. or even 7 p.m., say like with the Anoka model, is that I would just hit it hard between that time and just go for broke on impressions, because people are just kind of, confused and kind of wondering where to eat, or does my restaurant even offer curbside or delivery? It's that awareness campaign to kind of really go for broke between the 3 and 6 with the current pricing model. That 100%, I would do that for everybody in the restaurant niche.
Sure. So folks are warming up. Now we have a number of other questions. We will keep getting to them as long as you can stay with us. So what about for business?
I'm quarantined.
That again, you're not going anywhere, right, Craig?
I'm not going anywhere.
All right.
Nope, I'm here.
So what about with kind of more cautious businesses like financial services, businesses like banking, financial advisors? What kind of marketing might those people be doing in a time like this?
See, if you asked me that question 24 hours ago, I would say avoid it. But as of this afternoon, is that Congress and President Trump is going to sign that stimulus bill. And so there's a really great opportunity for financial people to kind of, if it was me, I would kind of take advantage of that opportunity and if I was a financial advisor, I would kind of put it out there that if you have any questions about the stimulus bill and you need someone to talk to, or you want to, if you need help working with loans, or maybe offer some guidance on how to use that $1,200 check if you're qualified for that, is that kind of embrace that, because there's a lot of financial opportunities for people to kind of, sorry, I'm saying kind of a lot, to embrace that type of talk, because the stimulus bill got passed, it's going to be signed. There's a lot of questions out there. So if you're in a position to guide people and provide some guidance on what to do, say for the loan programs or for the business programs that the stimulus bill offers. I would kind of not 100% advertise it, but I would make sure that my customer base and my social media base kind of understand that if you have questions about the stimulus bill, I'd be happy to talk to you about that and help you in those niches. And so 24 hours ago, I would probably say avoid it, but now with this positive news and how the stock market's going, it might be a really good time to maybe have, conversations with some people if you're in that market, because I mean, there is going to be a stimulus coming and opportunities for you to kind of grow a customer base around it.
Okay. A question that came from the original presentation today. And again, thank you very much for joining us, Craig, and for that wonderful presentation. Happy to get any folks that are here with us today that presentation, a copy of it to you. So just let us know. Talk a little bit more about lookalike audiences in the environment we're in. That's a great opportunity, I think, and that was a part of your presentation, but maybe just go back and backfill a little bit and just provide a little bit more context to that for us.
Yeah. I'll use this example. Okay, so this bottle cap right here represents the person who clicked on your website, didn't bounce. They spent 30 seconds on your website. They viewed a couple pages. Maybe they watched a video. Maybe they visited multiple pages. So this bottle cap person, traffic person, is this. It's this entity. And so what lookalike audiences does is takes this data, and Facebook has 52,000 data points to work off. Google has about, millions. And so lookalike audiences says, this person did this on my website. I want to reach out to more people like this and show them my marketing message, because I know that this person would engage my brand. And so what lookalike audiences does is clone it and shows ads to people who match this kind of data point. And so it lookalike audiences are a really great way to find more people that will engage the brand without kind of taking that guessing game of targeting and say, like, people who like hockey, people who like hockey sticks, people who like NHL. Lookalike audiences takes the guessing out of that, because they have all these data points and clone it and say, these people are going to be a perfect match for your ad. And so show them your ad and see what happens.
Okay, great. Thank you. So you touched on a little bit ago about Facebook clamping down on ads for hand sanitizers and masks and stuff. Talk a little bit about how Facebook is getting more strict with their ad approvals. I know there's a lot of rumors out there. What's the actual risk of getting an ad denied?
So as of right now, if you're trying to take advantage of this great opportunity, and you say like that one guy in Tennessee who bought hand sanitizer in the Tri-County area, and he hoarded it in a garage and tried to sell it through Amazon and eBay. He actually bought ads showing off his supply. And so when those ads started showing up, Facebook ramped up the ban hammer and dropped it on everybody. And they actually have dedicated a huge section of their review team to just ads that have anything to do with the virus or anything that do with cleaning products, because Facebook doesn't want to be involved with the price gouging that's happening on eBay and Amazon. And so in the first couple of days of this event happened, you saw that Amazon shut down the marketplaces because people were trying to sell hand sanitizer for $150 a pop, or rolls of toilet paper for $75. And so as of right now, like, the rules will change after this event passes if you're in that niche, but they're really serious in that if you do, I'm just going to kind of warn everybody that if you do try to attempt this type of advertising, is before you do it, reach out to Facebook, ask them. The chat is still kind of really great for responses. Kind of ask them if this ad is going to cause some red flags, and they'll be happy to take a look at it, because I would hate for someone to get an ad going, have it disapproved, and then find out that their ad account is being suspended, because the stakes are really high for Facebook to kind of avoid price gouging, and sometimes the automatic review system is kind of not 100% accurate. So if you are thinking about doing those type of ads, talk to support, show them your ad in the support window, and just say like, hey, is this gonna trigger something? And so that's my advice as of right now.
Okay. With my Brimacombe Capital portfolio companies, we certainly are changing messaging, but are taking your suggestion and upping our marketing game. A little different twist, a little different language and activity, but we're being quite active. So thanks for sharing everything with us today, Craig. What about just kind of a last summary, or a few takeaways, or a couple of last tidbits of wisdom that you want to share with our audience today?
Stay positive. It's not doom and gloom. It's rough. I'm not gonna lie and sugarcoat it, but what we're gonna come into after everything has the dust has settled and this event is over is that we're gonna see a brand new world for e-commerce. We're gonna see a brand new world for retail, and if you're not embracing e-commerce as a platform, if you own a physical store and you're not embracing e-commerce, stop what you're doing, start investigating, start maybe finding agents, maybe start talking to agencies that does e-commerce, maybe Romain Berg, and see about embracing that click and mortar type of model. Because what's going to happen though is that even though that President Trump might say it's all clear and Governor Walz is doing jumping jacks in front of the Capitol, is that fear is still going to be a part of us, and that we're going to see people really embrace delivery models, subscription services. And what I mean by subscription services, I mean like, say you make cheese, for example, just pizza on my mind. Say like you have this cheese and it's really good, is that having a subscription model and showing people that I will send you a block of this great cheese every 2 weeks for $20. That's going to be very, very popular now. That subscription services are going to be on demand. And so if you have a business that can embrace a subscription model, take a look at that. It's really easy to do now. Automatic payment processing, shipping done automatically. It's a great time to do that. And so that's what I would take away from all this.
Okay, and then lastly, just to close it up, and again, thank you very much for your time. Greatly appreciate it. You've made my Friday afternoon fun and interesting, and I've learned a lot. So thank you. Why don't you tell everybody again how they can contact you, or maybe flash that slide back up that had the contact information, but help everybody find you if they'd like to reach out.
You can email me at Craig Rhode at romainberg.com. You can visit our the website, romainberg.com, or you can give us a call at 612, sorry, 612, 371-2030. Sorry, I have all my numbers programmed on my cell phone. 612-371-2030. Or if you find me on LinkedIn, message me, and I'm happy to give you that 15 minutes, I promise. Just kind of shoot, brainstorm. I'm 100% committed to making sure that small businesses, medium businesses, even large businesses kind of take advantage of what's happening and kind of come out of it stronger, better, and more evolved. So.
And Craig, again, the spelling on your last name for somebody looking on LinkedIn to find you is Rhode, pronounced Rhode, correct?
Yep, Rhode.
Yes. And then also, just so you know, Einstein did not know his telephone number or his address because he didn't think he needed to take the mind share to come up with that. So he didn't take the time to memorize his address or his telephone number. So that must put you in good company. And I, like you, have a lot of phone numbers in the phone, but not necessarily committed to heart. Thanks.
I do. It's horrible.
Thanks again for joining us. Everybody can get out of their virtual happy hours. It is Friday afternoon. Thank you to Craig, Rhody. Thank you to Romain Berg. Thank you to the Club E team. You can find out more about us at clube.com. And thank you to all our wonderful sponsors. Look forward to interacting with you more in the future as we bring to you more content online. Have a good Friday. Have a good weekend and be safe. Thank you.